Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so that we can bring you the latest news as they come. And together we shall support our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, Eastern Security Network, to make our Biafran dream a reality. He say, the Fulani-controlled, compromised Nigerian security agencies are forcing arrested criminals in Biafra land to confess membership of IPOB and Eastern Security Network in exchange for quick release, and then use the arrested criminals to carry out the genocide agenda in Biafra land. The compromised Nigerian security agencies are doing this in an attempt to rob IPOB and the Eastern Security Network as criminals and rub their name in the mud. The Fulani-controlled Nigerian police, army, and criminal DSS are in the habit of torturing suspected criminals and making them to confess that they have or they belong to Eastern Security Network. But the Fulani-controlled Nigerian security agencies resort to blackmailing IPOB and Eastern Security Network in an exercise in brutality. As such, will not deter IPOB or Biafrans from their mandate of pursuing freedom for Biafra. A case on point was that of an arrested suspects who were arrested over armed robbery in Amiri community in Oru local government area of Imo State. One of the suspects escaped, but he escaped to an unknown destination for some time, only to return a few days later to rob people in Ata Njaba, but was caught. The armed robber was tortured by the compromised Nigerian security operatives, and he was forced to confess that he was a member of Eastern Security Network. But the useless Nigerian security agencies are not honest to parade the arrested suspected criminals without involving IPOB or branding them as Eastern Security Network. The Fulani Nigerian government and their compromised Nigerian security agencies are dishonest and telling lies has long become part of their policies since Buhari impostor assumed power in 2015. The Fulani Nigerian government plans to secretly sell Polaris Bank to their Fulani crony for a mere 40 billion naira after 1 trillion naira invested by the Fulani Nigerian government. This is how the Fulani Nigerian government plans to launder looted government funds. Polaris Bank was nationalized in 2018 with 1.2 trillion naira taxpayers' fund, and the incompetent Fulani Nigerian jihadist government wants to sell it for a paltry 40 billion naira to Anwar Gombe, a Fulani Janjaweed, and a son-in-law of former military head of state, Ibrahim Babangida. Buhari impostor will spend over 30 billion naira on Katsina, Niger Republic railway line in 2023, according to the budget. And this route would generate no fund for Nigeria. It will generate no revenue for Nigeria. You know, these are the projects, infrastructures the Fulani Nigerian government are claiming to be doing in Nigeria. And that is why they cannot repay their loans. You know, the same Buhari impostor government that kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and other Biafrans in solitary confinement cells, freed Boko Haram terrorists from Ikoyi prison. The Fulani Nigerian jihadist government has illegally released mass murderers, Boko Haram terrorists, held in detention, while the same useless Fulani Nigerian jihadist government has continued to detain innocent Biafrans and unarmed and peaceful Mazi Nnamdi Kanu just for fighting for the realization of Biafran nation. Buhari impostor covertly sponsored the Kuje prison attack, where 10 people, including a security operative, were killed and 800 Boko Haram and Fulani bandit terrorists were freed. They did that in exchange for the freed Kaduna train kidnapped victims. In exchange, that was what they did. My brothers and my sisters, you can see that the zoo is ruled by Fulani terrorists. They are all terrorists. The Fulani bandit governor of Katsina State, Aminu Masari, cries out to Fulani Janjaweed that the census in Nigeria, that is the 2023 census coming up in Nigeria, is politics of numbers, and called on traditional rulers in Fulani kingdoms and communities to ensure that everyone is counted, including aliens from the Sahel and even their cows. Because since 1963, according to Masari, he said that the census in Nigeria has been politicized. Because the Fulani Janjaweed, they used the census, inflated the figures, and used it to create more local governments in the north, created more states in the north. And they are using it to collect more revenue when they are sharing revenues from the federation account. They get the lion's share. You know, but in another address by Masari to the traditional rulers in the north, Masari said that it is the responsibility of the traditional rulers to ensure that their subjects only provide the exact number of their families. You know, that's what he said. That the accurate population of Katsina could be realized for housing planning purpose. He warned them not to provide inflated numbers, as this practice has been, in the north. That's what they have been doing. This is hypocrisy in the highest order. He warned them to provide inflated census numbers for the national while the exact number he wants them to provide for the state. You can see what the Fulani Janjaweed are doing. They want inflated figures to be provided when they are computing the national figures. But for their state, they want the exact numbers so that they can plan properly. Whereas they should change the southern part of Nigeria. And this is why Biafrans are asking for restoration of Biafra nation. Because we cannot continue to allow the parasitic Fulani Janjaweed, who contributes nothing to the Federation account, to be milking us dry. And they will not allow us to progress. The nation is not working. And they have refused to allow Nigeria to disintegrate into a workable nation. But they have failed because this time around, Biafra must be restored. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video. And bye-bye for now.